President Bola Tinubu has extended his heartfelt condolences to the Canadian government and persons affected by a fire incident at the Canadian High Commission in Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. In a statement released by his special advisor on media and publicity, Chief Ajuri Ingilali, Tinubu expressed his profound sympathy to the diplomatic community and all individuals affected by the unfortunate event that took place on Monday. The fire incident at the High Commission of Canada, located in the Central Business District of Abuja, claimed 2 lives, leaving 2 others injured and hospitalized with severe burns. The head of operations of the FCT Fire Service, Amiola Adebayo, who confirmed the incident, said 2 persons were fatally injured in the incident, while about 3 or 4 other victims had been rushed to the hospitals. A statement by the head public affairs of the FCT Emergency Management Agency, Nkechi Issa, disclosed that the incident was caused by a diesel explosion in the generator house of the Canadian Embassy, leaving 2 persons fatally injured, while 2 other victims were rushed to the trauma center of the National Hospital, Abuja. Issa noted that the incident occurred at about 10:30 a.m. on Monday when a 5-man team from a GMD company went in to service the electricity generators used by the embassy. And the federal government on Monday expressed concern over the November 3rd security alert issued by the United States warning against travel to Nigeria, noting that it generated panic and undermined investment. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, during an interaction with editors in Abuja, said the federal government had consistently prioritized the safety and well-being of all visitors to the country. The U.S. had issued a warning to its citizens in Nigeria to avoid major hotels in the country, citing some security threats targeted at the hotels in the large cities. The U.S. admonished its citizens to exercise vigilance at major hotels, be alert of their surroundings, keep a low profile, and review the travel advisory for Nigeria before checking into any hotel. Responding to the advisory, the information minister cautioned the U.S. authorities against generalizing isolated security incidents across the entire hospitality industry. He went further to reel out the various security operations carried out by the security agencies in their quest to ensure public safety. The Labour Party candidate in the 2023 presidential elections, Peter Obi, on Monday received hard knocks from the presidency and the All Progressives Congress for criticizing the Supreme Court over its historic judgment on the presidential litigation. They advised the former Anambra State governor to embrace a better vocation instead of indulging in illusions and denigrating the judiciary that once gave him succor in his period of trouble. At a news conference in Abuja, Obi lamented that the judiciary ignored public opinion in its October 26th verdict, which upheld September 6th judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, affirming the victory of President Bola Tinubu in the February 25 presidential election. In his reaction to the verdict, Obi, who expressed misgivings about it, said he would rally opposition ahead of future electioneering. The presidency, in a statement by Bayo Ononuga, special advisor to the president on information and strategy, said no court in the country gives judgment based on public opinion and welcomed the pledge by Obi and his party to play the role of opposition. On its part, the APC, in a statement by its spokesman, Felix Moka, said everything in Nigeria could not be all about Obi, who he said had been a beneficiary of the courts in the past. And the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has released an amended list of candidates for Bayelsa State governorship election. According to the amended list uploaded on the Commission's website on Monday, the names of Timothy Silva and his running mate, Joshua Makaiba, of the All Progressives Congress made the list. The list was signed by the Secretary to the Commission, Rose Oriaran Anthony. The Federal High Court, Abuja, on October 10 disqualified Silva from participating in the state governorship election. Justice Donatus Okorowo, in the judgment, ruled that Silva, having been sworn in twice and ruled for 5 years as governor of the state, would breach the 1999 Constitution as amended if allowed to contest again. Oriaran Anthony, in the amended document, explained that the action of the Commission was in obedience to court orders in the list served on the Commission. The Niger State Governor, Mohammed Bago, has set up the State Refugees Commission, decrying the high number of internally displaced persons in the state. He announced the take-off grant of 500 million naira and said it was part of his efforts to cater to the IDPs in the state. Bago made this known on Monday in Minna after making presentations to some of the 700 household beneficiaries of the relief materials from the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants, and Internally Displaced Persons. He said the State Refugees Commission will operate under the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management and effectively address the difficulties faced by the IDPs. Bago said they are supposed to feed Nigeria and not to be fed, but unfortunately, this is where they find themselves. And former President Olusegun Obasanjo on Monday urged Nigerian youths to spearhead the campaign against climate change and push for a green economy. He said this while speaking at the Presidential Youth Retreat with the theme Contributing to Green Economy at the Youth Development Center at Abeokuta, Ogun State. Obasanjo also told the youth to reject the toga of being called leaders of tomorrow, as they were indeed leaders of today and should therefore go all out to remove any barrier that could hinder them from demonstrating their leadership capacity. According to the former president, the adverse effects of climate change caused by emissions of carbon dioxide, such as the resultant abnormal weather conditions, extreme temperatures, flooding, and drought, also, among others, call for concerns and require the joint effort of all to halt this disturbing trend. According to Obasanjo, the way to fight climate change is to embrace a green economy, which encompasses all efforts to generate less carbon and absorb more of it through green vegetation. Following a series of consultations and negotiations, the Oyo State government and labor leaders have reached an agreement to pay cash awards of 25,000 naira to workers and 15,000 naira to pensioners. This decision was reached during a meeting with a cross-section of workers who had converged on the governor's office, Agodi, Ibadan, to demand for improved welfare. Briefing newsmen shortly after the meeting, Governor Seyi Makinde called for viable partnerships in the government's sustained effort at addressing its economic gaps and providing a sustainable economic roadmap to fast-track development for its citizenry. Up ahead, we'll bring you stories from Africa, foreign, entertainment, and sports. After this break, stay with us. Now, where an opposition presidential candidate has been arrested in Madagascar at a protest in the capital, Antananarivo. Journalist saw Jean-Jacques Ratissin being taken away by the police. The opposition has alleged that this month's election is being rigged in favor of the incumbent Andry Rajoelina. The Electoral Commission has not commented on the allegation. Several recent attempts to stage demonstrations have been broken up by the police. Political tension is high in Madagascar, and last month, two candidates, including former President Marc Ravalomanana, were injured during opposition protests.